Hi friends, I am Asmitha.
Welcome to my channel. Ayla Haldam served as a helicopter pilot in the Royal Air Force for 13 years and was an extremely proud member of the RAF Search and Rescue Team, where she was operational for 7 years up to 2016, responding to over 400 emergency shouts in that time. She was born in Somerset, the youngest of 3 siblings. Her parents, Colin and Olive, ran a small holding and let holiday cottages. The rural environment made it easier for their son to ignore the fact that he did not relate to the world as a boy. I knew I was different from the age of 4, but I had no words of explanation. The fact that I had a loving family made it easy not to press the question. But going to university meant leaving home, and I spent all my time looking for the next thing, the thing which would complete me. At Plymouth she joined the University Air Squadron, and from there she signed up for a short-term commission in the RAF. She completed her officer training at Cranwell in Lincolnshire, and then volunteered for search and rescue. "I am not a blue light chaser," she says. "It sounds grandiose, but I wanted to do a job that involved helping others." She joined RAF Valley in 2007 and was fully operational by the end of 2009. Co-piloting a Sea King, the same role as Prince William, along with a pilot, a winchman and a radar operator. She has been, she says, one of the boys as both a man and a woman. Among the colleagues she told in a series of emotionally grueling one-on-one meetings was Prince William, who was at the time a fellow co-pilot within the tight-knit team of 20 at RAF Valley. He showed support and understanding. The royal wedding in 2011 was one of Flight Lieutenant Haldam's first work-related outings after transition. She attended as a woman, accompanied by her wife Ren, a doctor with whom she now lives in a lesbian relationship. But if you're cursed with testosterone and a Y chromosome, then you have to do what you need to get yourself out of the door every morning and be accepted as a woman. To that end, Ayla Haldam has had laser treatment on facial and body hair, a hair transplant into her thinning hairline, and breast implants. Like all women, she worries about hair, makeup and clothes. "It makes it easier," she says, "for the world to accept you as a woman if you look like one, even though that shouldn't need to be the case." She has had to jump through a series of legal hoops, including changing her name by deed poll to Ayla Zoe Louise. She and Ren chose the first name together. The middle names were given by her parents. "They're my parents, of course they had to choose my names," she says. "It's like race or homosexuality a generation ago, and I hope that transgender people can elicit the same change in society today," she said. The transgender community believes that 40% of people attempt suicide in the years before or during transition. Ayla Haldam was almost one of them. Once, she contemplated suicide. But Britain's first transgender military pilot tells movingly of colleagues' support after revealing her momentous decision, and why she's frozen her own sperm to start a family. That she survived is down to 2 things: a marriage that was ultimately defined by love and not gender, and the support of the RAF. People are often surprised when I tell them that I transitioned in the RAF, imagining days past when people such as myself would have been discharged. Today, that couldn't be further from reality, and, following the brave work and example shown by many before me, being transgender, as with being gay or bisexual, is simply not an issue. Importantly, I witnessed this shift not just in policy, but in culture and ethos as well. I genuinely hold the RAF up as a benchmark in this regard. My transition barely caused a raised eyebrow. I had support when I needed it, but was rightly expected to do my job, and I was assessed professionally, not on the basis of my gender or my sexuality, she said. "I was worried I would have to surrender my flying career, but I was wrong, just as my fears about losing the love of my family and friends were unfounded. I was quietly confident I would keep my marriage, but I couldn't know." Ren married a man. The couple, who say they were both bisexual, met in a jiu-jitsu class during their first year of university at Plymouth, where the future Flight Lieutenant Haldam was reading ecology. "It was love at first throw," She jokes. They were together for 8 years before marrying 6 years ago in a civil ceremony at a Somerset stately home. By then Ayla was, with Ren's support, already living as a woman outside of work and family events. Ayla also works with All About Trans, generating positive relationships and narratives with the UK media, and has recently begun working alongside Stonewall with the newly appointed Trans Advisory Group. Thanks guys for watching this video.